Throughout history, countless flights have taken to the skies. But not all of them returned. Planes that vanished without a trace, leaving behind only questions and theories. Today, we explore some of the most baffling aviation mysteries, unsolved, unexplained, and unforgettable. From the cold waters of the Atlantic to the vast unknown of the Pacific, these disappearances have haunted investigators for decades. So, what really happened to these flights? 1. Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370, 2014. On March 8, 2014, Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370 disappeared while en route from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, to Beijing, China. The aircraft, a Boeing 777-200ER, lost contact with air traffic control less than an hour after takeoff, and despite an international search effort, its whereabouts remained a mystery for years. Debris from the aircraft was eventually found off the coast of Africa, indicating that the plane likely crashed in the Indian Ocean. However, the main wreckage has never been found, and the reasons for the plane's disappearance remain unclear. MH370 is one of the greatest aviation mysteries in history and has led to changes in flight tracking and aviation safety. 2. Amelia Earhart, 1937. Aviation pioneer Amelia Earhart vanished over the Pacific Ocean during her attempt to circumnavigate the globe in July 1937. She and her navigator, Fred Noonan, were flying a Lockheed Electra 10E, when they disappeared while approaching Howland Island. Despite extensive searches, neither Earhart nor her plane was found. Numerous theories have emerged, ranging from a crash at sea to survival on a remote island, but the mystery endures. Amelia Earhart's disappearance has become one of the most famous missing flights in history and remains a subject of fascination and investigation. 3. Air France Flight 447, 2009. On June 1, 2009, Air France Flight 447, an Airbus A330, disappeared over the Atlantic Ocean while flying from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, to Paris, France. The plane encountered turbulence during a storm, lost altitude, and vanished from radar. Wreckage and bodies were recovered days later, but it took 2 years to locate the main wreckage on the ocean floor. Investigators determined that pilot error and malfunctioning speed sensors led to the crash. The incident raised concerns about pilot training and automation in the cockpit, leading to recommendations for changes in aviation procedures. 4. Flying Tiger Line Flight 739, 1962. On March 16, 1962, Flying Tiger Line Flight 739, a U.S. military-chartered flight, vanished while en route from Guam to the Philippines. The Lockheed Super Constellation was carrying 93 soldiers and 3 South Vietnamese soldiers, along with 11 crew members. Despite an extensive search covering over 200,000 square miles of the Pacific Ocean, no trace of the aircraft or its passengers was ever found. The disappearance remains one of the enduring aviation mysteries involving military personnel during the Vietnam War era. 5. Stardust, 1947. On August 2, 1947, a British South American Airways Avro Lancastrian, named Stardust, disappeared while flying from Buenos Aires, Argentina, to Santiago, Chile. The plane sent a mysterious final Morse code message, Stendek, before vanishing. In 1998, the wreckage was discovered on Mount Hupungato in the Andes. It was determined that the plane had crashed into the mountain due to navigational errors. However, the meaning of the final message remains unclear. The case was one of the first aviation disappearances in South America, and inspired various conspiracy theories until the wreckage was found. 6. Pan American Flight 7, 1957. Pan Am Flight 7, a Boeing 377 Stratocruiser, disappeared over the Pacific Ocean on November 8, 1957, while flying from San Francisco to Honolulu. The aircraft was on a round-the-world flight when it lost contact. Wreckage was later found floating in the Pacific, but the cause of the crash has never been fully determined. Some bodies recovered showed signs of carbon monoxide poisoning, suggesting a potential in-flight fire or malfunction. The incident remains one of the early unexplained aviation disasters of the post-World War II era. 7. Indian Airlines Flight MH370, 1999. 1. This wasn't a disappearance but an infamous hijacking of Indian Airlines Flight MH370, an Airbus A300, on December 24, 1999. 1. The plane was en route from Kathmandu, Nepal, to Delhi, India, when hijackers seized control and forced it to land in several locations before ultimately ending up in Kandahar, Afghanistan. 1. After a week-long standoff, the Indian government negotiated the release of the hostages in exchange for the release of militants. 1. The incident highlighted the dangers of international terrorism in aviation. Although not a case of a missing flight, the drama surrounding MH370 remains one of the most harrowing hijacking cases in aviation history. 8. Bermuda Triangle disappearances. The Bermuda Triangle, a region between Florida, Puerto Rico, and Bermuda, has been associated with numerous unexplained disappearances of ships and aircraft over the years. Some of the most famous aviation disappearances include the loss of Flight 19, a group of U.S. Navy bombers that vanished during a training flight in 1945, and a British South American Airways Avro Tudor in 1948. Despite numerous searches and investigations, no definitive cause has been established for many of the disappearances, leading to speculation about magnetic anomalies, extraterrestrial involvement, and natural phenomena. The Bermuda Triangle has become a part of popular culture and is a symbol of unexplained aviation and maritime mysteries. Despite decades of advancements in technology and aviation, some of these cases remain as mysterious today as the day they happened. Will we ever know the truth behind these disappearances? Or are some mysteries destined to remain unsolved forever? One thing's for certain, each missing flight reminds us of how vast and unpredictable our world, and our skies, can be. If you enjoyed exploring these unsolved aviation mysteries, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more fascinating stories.